great Duke of Lancaster, I come to thee from plume-plucked Richard, who with willing soul adopt the heir, and his high sceptre yields to the possession of thy royal hand. Ascend his throne, descending now from him, and long live Henry, fourth of that name. In God's name, I'll ascend the regal throne. Marry, God forbid! Would God that any of this noble presence were enough noble to be upright judge of noble Richard, then true noblesse would learn him forbearance from so foul a wrong. What subject can give sentence on his king? And who stands here that is not Richard's subject? Thieves are not judged, but they are by to hear, although apparent guilt be seen in them. And shall the figure of God's majesty, his captain, steward, deputy elect, anointed, crowned, planted many years, be judged by subject and inferior breath, and he himself not present? Oh, forfended God! I speak to subjects, and as subject speaks, stirred up by God, thus boldly for his king. My Lord of Hereford here, whom you call king, is a foul traitor to proud Hereford's king. And if you crown him, let me prophesy, the blood of English shall manure the ground, and future ages groan for this foul act. Disorder, horror, fear, and mutiny shall here inhabit, and this land be called the field of Golgotha and dead men's skulls. Oh, if you raise this house against this house, it will the woefulest division prove that ever fell upon this cursed earth. Prevent it, resist it, let it not be so, lest children cry against you, woe! Well have you argued, sir, and for your pains of capital treason we arrest you here. My Lord of Westminster, be it your charge to keep him safely till his day of trial. May it please your lords to grant the common suit. Fetch hither Richard, that in common view he may surrender, so we shall proceed without suspicion. I'll be his conduct. Alack, why am I sent for to a king, before I have shook off the regal thoughts wherewith I reigned? I hardly yet have learned to insinuate, flatter, bow, and bend my knee. Give sorrow leave a while to tutor me to this submission. Yet I well remember the favours of these men. Were they not mine? Did they not sometime cry, all hail to me? So Judas did to Christ, but he in 12 found truth in all but one. I in 12,000 none. God save the King. Will no man say amen? Am I both priest and clerk? Well then, amen. God save the King, although I be not he. And yet, amen, if heaven do think him me. To do what service am I sent for hither? To do that office of thine own good will, which tired majesty did make thee offer. the resignation of thy state and crown to Henry Bolingbroke. Here, cousin, see the crown. Here, cousin, on this side my hand, and on that side thine. Now is this golden crown like a deep well that owes two buckets, filling one another. The emptier ever dancing in the air, the other down, unseen and full of water. That bucket down and full of tears am I, drinking my griefs, whilst you mount up on high. I thought you had been willing to resign. My crown I am, but still my griefs are mine. You may my glories and my state depose, but not my griefs. Still am I king of those. Part of your cares you give me with your crown. Your cares set up, do not pluck my cares down. My care is loss of care, by old care done. Your care is gain of care, by new care won. The cares I give, I have, though given away. They tempt the crown, yet still with me they stay. Are you contented to resign the crown? I. No, no. I. For I must nothing be. Therefore, no, no. For I resign to thee. Now mark me, how I will undo myself. I give this heavy weight from off my hand, the pride of kingly sway from out my heart. With mine own tears I wash away my balm. With mine own hands I give away my crown. With mine own tongue deny my sacred state. With mine own breath release all duty's oath. All pomp and majesty I do forswear. My manners, rents, revenues I forego. My acts, decrees and statutes I deny. God pardon all oaths that are broke to me. God keep all vows unbroke are made to thee. Make me that nothing have, with nothing grieved, and thou with all pleased that hast all achieved. Long mayst thou live in Richard's seat to sit, and soon lie Richard in an earthy pit. God save King Henry, unkinged Richard says, and send him many years of sunshine days. What more remains? No more, but that you read these accusations and these grievous crimes committed by your person and your followers against the state and profit of this land, that by confessing them the souls of men may deem that you are worthily deposed. Must I do so? And must I revel out my weaved up follies? Gentle Northumberland, if thy offences were upon record, would it not shame thee in so fair a troop to read the lecture of them? If thou wouldst, there shouldst thou find one heinous article containing the deposing of a king and cracking the strong warrant of an oath, marked with a blot, damned in the book of heaven. Nay, all of you that stand and look upon me Why, that my wretchedness does bait myself. Though some of you with Pilate wash your hands, showing an outward pity, yet you Pilates have here delivered me to my sour cross, and water cannot wash away your sin. My lord, dispatch, read o'er these articles. Mine eyes are full of tears, I cannot see. And yet, salt water blinds them not so much, but they can see a sort of traitors here. Nay, if I turn mine eyes upon myself, I find myself a traitor with the rest. For I have given here my soul's consent to undeck the pompous body of a king, made glory base and sovereignty a slave, proud majesty a subject, state a peasant. My lord, no lord of thine, thou hoard insulting man, nor no man's lord. I have no name, no title. No, not that name was given me at the font, but 'tis usurped. Alack, the heavy day, that I've worn so many winters out, and know not now what name to call myself. Oh, that I were a mockery king of snow, standing before the son of Bolingbroke, to melt myself away in water drops. Good king, great king, and yet not greatly good. And if my word be sterling yet in England, let it command a mirror hither straight, that it may show me what a face I have, since it is bankrupt of his majesty. Go, some of you, and fetch a looking glass. Read over this paper, while the glass does come. Fiend, thou torment'st me ere I come to hell. Urge it no more, my lord Northumberland. The commons, then, will not be satisfied. They shall be satisfied. I'll read enough when I do see the very book indeed, where all my sins are writ, and that's myself. Give me that glass. And therein will I read. No deeper wrinkles yet. Has sorrow struck so many blows upon this face of mine, and made no deeper wounds? O flattering glass, like to my followers in prosperity, thou dost beguile me. Was this face the face that every day under his household roof did keep 10,000 men? Was this a face that like the sun did make beholders wink? Is this a face which faced so many follies, that was at last outfaced by Bolingbroke? A brittle glory shineth in this face. As brittle as the glory is the face. For there it is, cracked in 100 shivers. Mark, silent king, the moral of this sport, how soon my sorrow has destroyed my face. The shadow of your sorrow has destroyed the shadow of your face. Say that again. The shadow of my sorrow? Huh? Let's see. 'Tis very true. My grief lies all within. And these external manners of lament are merely shadows to the unseen grief that swells with silence in the tortured soul. There lies the substance. And I thank thee, King, for thy great bounty, that not only givest me cause to wail, but teacheth me the way how to lament the cause. I'll beg one boon, and then be gone, and trouble you no more. Shall I obtain it?
Name it, fair cousin.
Fair cousin, I am greater than a king, for when I was a king, my flatterers were then but subjects. Being now a subject, I have a king here to my flatterer. Being so great, I have no need to beg.
Yet ask.
And shall I have?
You shall.
Then give me leave to go.
Whither?
Whither you will. So I were from your sights. Go, some of you. Convey him to the tower. Oh, good, convey. Conveyors are you all, that rise thus nimbly by a true king's fall. On Wednesday next, we solemnly set down our coronation. Lords, prepare yourselves.